Hello viewers. In this video I will discuss the question which is asked in almost all the interviews. The question is, can you explain object-oriented programming? The topics we will cover in the video are objects, classes, abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance and polymorphism. The object-oriented programming is a programming paradigm that is based on the objects in real world. It is a way of programming, which enables programmers to think as if they are working with real-life entities or objects. For example, this car is an object. This car is also an object. But both of them are not the same objects. They both have independent identities. All the objects have independent identities. All the objects have states, like for both these cars we have color and maximum speed. We call these states as attributes or properties or states or field or instance variables. In this video we will use the word attributes. Objects also have behaviors, that mean they can do something. Like these, cars can accelerate, brake, and show the current speed. We call these behaviors as methods. Objects in a program can represent more than just physical things. For example, a bank. We cannot touch or see a bank. But, banks have attributes like account number and balance. It also has methods like withdraw and deposit. Since it has attributes, and methods, and also each bank has a separate identity, we can create an object of the bank in computer programming. One question that must be coming in your mind is how we create objects. Or where does object comes from in computer programming? We create objects from classes. Basically, class is a blueprint from which we can make objects. Class is a detailed description of how an object will be, but it isn't the object itself. We can create different objects from the same class. Let's look at our objects of cars once again. Both these cars have the same attributes which are color and max speed. They also have the same methods like accelerate, brake, and get current speed. So we can create a single class for both these objects. Let's name our class as car. Our class has the same set of attributes and methods as the object. So in class, car, the attributes will be color and max speed. And methods will be accelerate, brake, and get current speed. As we can see we have two objects for the same class. So, we can create multiple objects form the class. A class consists of three parts, the name, the attributes and the methods. A class does not tell the actual value of the attributes. It just provides the definition.
Each object of the class is also called instance of the class.
Let's look at an example. Here, we are creating an object, blue car from class car. The variable blue car stores object reference. It is called an instance of class. By using new car, a new object of class car is created in the memory, and its reference is returned to the variable blue car. Since we are creating a new instance of class, we also call the process as instantiation. Now, we will discuss the four principles of object-oriented programming. They are abstraction, encapsulation, polymorphism, and inheritance. In abstraction, we are hiding the implementation details from the end user. The end user only knows what the object does, not how it does. For example, in smartphone, we only have a few buttons to use. But we don't know how it works under the hood. In encapsulation, we are hiding the data from the end user. Encapsulation provides a protective barrier that prevents the code and data being randomly accessed by other code defined outside the class. For example, in a smartphone, we only have a few buttons to use. But we don't have access to chips and inner rings of the phone. Suppose, if we have access to inner wiring of the smartphone, then we can mishandle the smartphone. That is why we need encapsulation, since it protects the object from being mishandled.
Now, let's discuss inheritance.
Suppose we have two classes, having similar properties. For example, in both student and teacher classes, name and email are common attributes. If two classes are very similar, then we don't need to write them from scratch. We can use a parent class that has all the properties which are common in both of them. In this example, we create a parent class as person. It is having the attributes and methods which are common in both teacher class and student class. Both the child classes inherit everything from the parent class. In addition, they also have their own properties. In inheritance, the parent class is often called the superclass and child class is called as subclass. Now, let's discuss polymorphism. The word polymorphism means many forms. Suppose, we have an animal class, and cat and duck classes are its subclass. Each of the subclasses are redefining the speak method. Redefining the methods of parent class is called overriding in object-oriented programming. Now, if you call the speak method from the object of cat class, it will output meow. And speak method from the object of duck class will output quack. Please comment to give me feedback. I request you to like, share and subscribe to my channel. And press the bell icon to remain updated.